Hey guys, how's the voice? Voice okay? Awesome, thanks. Yeah, let's start, Tanner. Let's do it. Fantastic. Okay, let's get the show on the road. I've already got the lab up and running. This lab's actually won't take that long. It's a nice quick one. We are going to implement a simple VPN solution. Just really quickly for those who will watch this recording later. I won't assume that everyone knows what VPNs are. Well, they should by now, but just really quickly. And by the way, VPNs, we rarely do them on a Windows on software based. Usually, they're going to be sort of like on a Cisco device, or even go use something like Cloudflare or something like that. But basically, what we want to do is we've got two networks, and we've got a couple of computers there. That's connected to a router on that side. Got the internet. Have a router on that side, and another network on this side, right? Because this is going over the internet, the most unsecured network of them all, really insecure. It's like the Wild West. The traffic, just for argument's sake, just pretend that this is true. The traffic goes through here with no encryption. I mean, usually it will be some type of encryption, but it's we're hoping no one's looking at this stuff here. Gets to the router, and the router, or a in our case, what we're going to do is we're going to build a server with VPN on it. So let's just tidy that a bit. Usually it should be so like a router or some other device. So what's happening is that we're going to send our traffic to our VPN server, which is Windows 2022 in this scenario, and then it'll send it back over the internet as encrypted over the internet, effectively making a tunnel. And what that tunnel means is that we're going to encapsulate our packets, these packets which are not encrypted, plain text. We're going to encrypt it. So a hacker will have a look at this, will visualize this, put its eyes on it, and try to have a look at it. They will see nothing. All they'll see is just junk, just encrypted. And it'll take them thousands of years to unencrypt. And the way that modern encryption algorithms work is that they change. The encryption is changed per packet, even per bit these days. Really. So even if they unencrypt that packet, the next one's encrypted with a different algorithm. So they need another 10,000. Yeah, exactly, Zach. They need another 10. They'll need another 10,000 years to unencrypt the next packet. Hackers don't bother with trying to de-encrypt this traffic. So this will go across the internet, and that's how the VPN is working. But usually we're not going to use a server usually, but we can. It can happen. It can be done, and let's do it. So what we need to do is are we going to be doing encryption on a active domain? I don't think so. Not in this lab. We'll check it. So Zach, I've done this lab 100 times, but not the Swinburne way. So I'm not sure. I haven't done the Swinburne way. There's Microsoft developed official courseware, because if you get Microsoft certified and a Microsoft instructor, which I did a long time ago, it's expired because you have to renew it every year. But they gave us the material for this stuff, and it's exactly the same, but Swinburne's just put a little twist on it. I don't think so, but we'll see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to configure routing and remote access services, which is a service on the roles and features. And you can also set this up as a router too. You can create software-based routers. And then we're going to connect some VPN, so PCs that will act like they're VPNs. So we're going to do a VPN to server connection, not site to site. Site to site is like what I just drew here. That's a site to site. Actually, let's pretend that's not site to site. I'm going to convert that. That's a home router. Okay, that is now a home router, and that's just a PC. That's just a laptop. So that's a client, and I need to access my resources here. And there we go. Oh, it's easy. I've converted that. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. So we're going to revert all these machines. Why? Because we gotta. It's forcing us to. You know what? There probably is. I'm gonna try something actually. Yeah, I don't think so. Not to revert. Yeah, I don't think so. In production environments, we can have some scripts. So Zach, in one of the jobs I work, I can't tell you because it's super secret. It's a government agency. It has nothing to do with the Air Force or the Army. So nothing to do with the Air Force or the Army. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but there's some servers that uh, that's yes, Zach. Just don't tell anyone. But there's a script. There was a PowerShell script. It was a PowerShell script that shut down and reverted all the virtual machines, shut them down, restarted them. So yeah, there's ways to do it through PowerShell, but we're not going to do that today. So let's get the DC controller up and running. We're going to start it. We are going to, we've got the router here. I have to say this again, this router, it works, it'll do the job, but you really don't want Windows to become a router because Windows Server has a lot of things on its mind. Okay, welcome Justin, welcome. Yeah, Windows Server has a wife and kids, has a pet cat, has to pay the mortgage. Hey, how you going? Windows Server 2022 has a lot on its mind. Okay, has a job it doesn't like going to, has to take the kids to football training, but I'm trying to find Windows PC 2. Oh, there it is. There we go. Oh, actually, I had it. Oh, where is it? Where's Windows PC 203? I must be going blind. I can't see two. Can you unsee? No, I think they mean 201. Yeah, I think we'll just use that anyway. Okay, we'll start that now. So let's have a look at this topology here. We've got our VPN client. It still insists it's 203. I just can't find 203. It's not there. Anyway, never mind. We'll sort that out. I'll put that if that's. We might have to put that on the one turner switch. But anyway, so we've got the client and we have 103. I think so. Tanner, I think so. We've got our Windows DC over here, and we have a router, and that router is going to be our VPN server, right? It's a Windows server. Usually yeah, it'll work, okay? Okay. Now let me just make sure that this one here is on the one turner. That's on Hawthorne. So let's put that on one turner. We're going to make this happen because I can't see the 203 unless it's 103. But anyway, it's still going to work, I hope. Okay. All right, cool. In Hyper-V, click on DC1, actions start. Yeah, we've done that. We'll go into router. We need to do some stuff in here. So we'll log in. And it's PC, it still says PC203, but we'll do 201. Anyone who's watching this recording later, remember, I'm using this one. I've changed it. I've changed it to the one turner. Why? Because look at this. That's I'm gonna turn that into 201. And that was connected to Hawthorne. I'm connecting it to one turner. Okay. I just hope this works, right? If not, I will play around with it and I'll make it work for you guys. So that's on one turner, beautiful. I'm just going to have a quick look at the router because I want to see how that's working in the, so that's connected to one turner and Sarawak. And I don't think that's, am I in the right lab? 3008. Yeah, I'm definitely on this, I'm on the right lab. Yeah, I am on the right lab. Okay, maybe I'm hoping the next button here will make it clearer for us. Nope. No. Okay, guys, you have to watch this video. Okay, we're gonna have to get everyone to watch this because I'm gonna fix this. This is gonna confuse everyone. So no problems. We're still gonna get this done, but we just have to fix this because we're connected to one turner. So this router is connected to one turner on one side and Hawthorne on the other side. So that's got to be Hawthorne. Click apply. Okay. And we need to do something to Windows DC1. Right click, settings. And that is on Hawthorne. Okay, that's perfect. So that's the only one that's correct. It was, yeah, that's the one, Tanner. Cool. Yep. So now everything is looking good now. Everything's looking good, I hope. I think we're going to have some problems with IP addresses soon, but they've got physical connection. That's we can work with that. I'm going to get a lot of questions about this. I'll have to make sure. Yep. Hang on a sec. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. So that's on. Okay. Right, yeah. Let's put that back on. Well, I think I better revert it. I'm going to take your advice there. I'm too smart for my own good. I'm trying to overthink this. Yeah, there we go. So Hawthorne, Sarawak, one turner. So there's 3 connections to that router. Thanks for that, Tanner. You got it. You picked that one up really well. All right. Okay, everything else is looking good. So let's go over to router, and what we're going to do is we're going to set up a VPN. Um, uh, what would be the way to describe this? A VPN, kind of like a VPN concentrator, but a VPN server. So the VPN connections are going to come to the server. We'll go to manage, add roles and features. Actually no, we're not. We're going to disable this router. Cancel that. We're going to disable the router now. So we'll go to server manager, routing and remote access over here. Or we could do this here. It's already disable. Yep, disable routing and remote access. Click yes. Okay, it's already disabled, but that's fine. We disabled it again. And then we're going to configure this VPN, to configure this as a VPN server to provide VPN access. Not quite, Zach. Nope. DHCP, DHCP will be something really different. Right click. Configure enable routing and remote access. Go through a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. We're going to remote access as dial-up or VPN. Remember the dial-up days? Wow. Next, we're not going to do dial-up because that's ancient. And next, and we're going to use Ethernet 3. Ethernet 3. We want to get rid of that. Yeah, so we're going to select Ethernet 3. Now, I've just got to take note of the IP addresses there. Okay, so I'm going to click on next. I can tell this is not going to work. This is going to fall apart because the IP addressing is going to be all over the place. We're going to go through a lot of troubleshooting later. I can just feel it. Never mind. See what I'm saying? It would, if everything worked well, we'd finish in 20 minutes, but never goes well. So, well, we'll still have fun though. All right, on the dialog, we need to select interface that will connect. So we need to go to Ethernet up the top there. Next. We need to do a from specified. Yeah, no, Tan, I've been there, done that. New 172.16.32.200 all the way to 72.16.32. Oh, I see what it. Zach, I think I understand what you're saying now. What you mean by that? Every time a VPN logs in remotely, they get an IP address from this range. So you're right. It is kind of like a DHCP in a way, but it doesn't give out other stuff that DHCP does, like the options and the other stuff. But click OK and next, and no. We're going to select no to that. And then we'll click finish. We're going to ignore this warning. Well, we'll have to press OK, but anyway. Hopefully, we'll get something happening. I really feel like there's going to be some troubleshooting here, but that's okay. We'll see what happens. Okay, fine. So we've got we've got that up and running. So now we need to configure a policy to allow the remote connection. So we'll go to routing and remote access. We will, I think it wants us to write, no, remote access. Right-click remote access and logging policies, which I can't see. Ah, there it is. So right-click. Oh yeah, launch NPS, Network Policy Service. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Then Network Policy Server. Yeah. Then click on Network Policies. Right-click each of these policies and disable. Right-click, disable. And we're going to create a new policy. Right-click, new policy. We're going to call it Simple VPN in this new wizard. Under the type of network access server, we're going to choose remote access, VPN or dial-up, and click on next. Do we want to specify conditions? Yes, we do. Click add. Okay, no worries, Tana, you take it easy. See you soon. Specify conditions, add, and then we're going to do tunnel type. Just got to find it somewhere. There we go. Oh, so what type of tunneling do we want to set up? Click on add. Oh, look at this. It's not easy, right? Not an easy stuff. But what we want to do is we're going to make it nice and easy. We're going to do a point-to-point tunnel protocol, which I don't believe if I can remember my cyber security plus stuff, I don't think there's encryption in that. I don't think it encrypts the traffic, but it just builds a tunnel. I could be wrong, but I'll have to go back to my books again. Click OK. And next. We'll go to next again. Clear the text next to Microsoft encrypted. Yeah, so there's not going to be encryption. That's what I thought. Oh, well, there is going to be encryption actually. Oh, now, by the way, so the reason why they want to remove MS Chat and leave MS Chat version 2, version 2 is the more powerful of the encryption, so we are going to use it. But if you add Chat as well, if on the other side it's not configured for MS Chat, which is the least security there, they can auto negotiate. Now that's a disaster because someone can bring up a Kali machine and test to find out if it's like lowering the choosing the lowest security there. So why even have higher encrypted versions? There's no point. So you should never do that. If the client is not compatible, does not have Chat 2, then it must be like 15 years old, or they all have it. So never always only have the highest if you can. All right, so we'll go to next. We're going to click next again. We're just going to do next again. Finish and close. Okay, now we will go to the client, which is supposed to be 203 because 203 doesn't exist. I'm going to make it 201, but I honestly, I just really don't think this is going to work. I'll be surprised. And if it doesn't, what I'll do is I might do some quick troubleshooting, see if we can get it working. All right, now we will go to control panel. So right click the start. Oh yeah, I forgot they took control panel off this. It's just a pain in the, you know what? Control panel. They want us to not use control panel anymore. They want us to go to systems and settings, but they're rubbish. Large. I mean, this is really good. I don't know. I'm trying to move us away from this. But anyway, control panel, network and internet. I mean, I guess I could just right click there and network and sharing center too. But let's go to network. All right, well, maybe we've got to go back to small icons or category. Yeah, network and internet. Sorry, I'm old school. I do things the old way. Network and sharing. Center. Set up a new connection or network. I know my screen's a bit small. Click that. And we want to connect to workplace. Yep. And we want to I'll set this up later. Hang on 1 second. Use my internet connection, isn't it? Hang on, this is weird. No, we want workplace. We want next. Okay, yeah, I'll set the internet connection later. Correct. Now this is what's going to be interesting. 68.100.1. Actually, what I might do is I'm just going to do something really quickly. Yeah, so I need to change that. That's the problem here. So I'm going to have to change this 192.168.100. I'll just get it at 55. I'll do the default gateway. I don't know if this is going to work. Fingers crossed. All right. Okay, so it's internet address for the network that we want to go to. And then click on create. Okay. Now we need to configure VPN authentication. You can see there that it's trying to do something there. I'm going to right click. Actually, no, we're not. We'll go back to network and sharing center. Change adapter settings. Yeah, I was just there. Right click there, I guess. I think we should have called that simply VPN, by the way. Before we should have given it a name. Call it we should have called that simply VPN, but that's fine. No worries. Properties, security. And then we're going to choose point to point. Remember how we created point to point on the Windows server, on the router, sorry. Data encryption. I don't think we need to do anything there. We're going to use CHAP version 2. Okay. We will now try to connect to the VPN server from the VPN client. And that's interesting. All right. Right click and connect, disconnect. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. I'm still administrator. And is that right? Yep. Click OK. Verifying and signing. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. Well. Okay. Go to command. We'll do an IP config. Now remember what our IP address was. It is magic, Zach. So here, remember, this is what our IP address is. Okay. Remember, I changed it to 55. Let's have a look at what the IP address is now. And look at them. Look at that. We're getting the IP address. We're using a VPN into the other server. If I had Wireshark right now, capturing packets between this virtual machine and the router, the server here, we would see it encrypted. You wouldn't be able to see the communication go through. You'd see the tunneling protocols. So, wow. I'm really surprised that worked well. So what you have to do is rewatch this video and have a look. I made a couple of changes because there is no computer 201. I converted that, right-clicked, and in settings, I changed it to the one Turner switch. It already had an IP address. I needed to put the IP address. I needed to change the IP address right here to this one, and this was a 172 already because it was on a different network. So I had to change this to something like that, right? Now let me bring up the, because I know I'm confusing the heck out of everyone. Let me see if I can get that topology make more sense out of it. So, okay, now the computer that I had now, which was 201, was on this network. It had a network within this range. Okay, now I shifted this PC over to this network because that one doesn't exist. So I had to convert it. So now that's 201, and I changed the IP address to make sure that it was in this network. Hopefully that made sense. The lab had a fault in it. It was incorrect. It was wrong in there. But guys, that's all I've got for you today. That was it. We've completed the whole lab. That's the first time I've completed the lab in its entirety. That's it. So if you can do this, then you would have completed your first VPN tunnels. Pretty cool. I can't believe it, Zach. I'm surprised. I'm still shocked. Like for the next 20 minutes, I don't know what to do. I'm like, God, I don't know. Do you want to talk about football? Or do you want to talk about gaming or something? Well, you know what? Why don't we just have an early night? Go watch some Netflix or something. How does that sound? All right, let's do that. All right, thanks, guys. You're amazing as usual. Notify me. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Take care. I'm going to end the recording.